Ah, here we go. Hello, Miss Tara. Hey, Hornet. Spirit, the link's there if you want to jump on that, my friend. Hello, Rebecca's. Yes, I'm doing very well, thank you. Here he is. Oh, there he was. There he is.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Welcome along. I believe this is your debutante on my panel. Thank you very much for doing that.
Oh, you're very welcome. Been a while. I've tried to get on one of your streams for quite a while, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, I do apologize.
Oh no worries. You had a lot of things going on, and this was around when Vertigo was going on as well, and I've been offline for quite a while for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've had problems with my service.
It's it's been a tough few months it's been a tough few months for everyone, but yeah, I've had some issues, and I was out of work for a while, and I was, well, I'll be very honest, I was drinking too much, and because I was getting a bit sort of getting depressed again, and but yeah, everything's turned around, and I got the job, so that keeps me very, very busy. That's why I can't put out too many videos, because that's better. It's just lack of time, But I miss doing it. I do miss doing it. It's I thought about it. I think I dreamt about it the other night and came up with a cracker. So it's obviously still within me somewhere to produce videos. So welcome along, Wonder Woman. Just a few people. So people that are watching, I just need to apologize about yesterday. I don't know if you heard me on Mr Swindle's channel, but after I got off that stream, I went to bed, got everything ready. Sorry for last night, and I just didn't wake up. Just slept through the alarm, slept through Wonder Woman's text messages. I woke up about 14 hours later. So I was pretty tired. So I do apologize to everybody that was waiting. I noticed in the chat that quite a few were waiting.
That's why I only sent 2 text messages, Chuck. I had a feeling.
So I've got a few lovely messages here. We've missed you too. I haven't had anyone to harass. Denise, you have plenty of people that you can harass. You don't have to wait for me, darling. Yes, Pat, I finally made it. Hello, Chuck. It is 11:43 in Australia. It's actually 9:43. I am on the western side, the western seaboard. Also, people, you have only got me for half an hour. The Freo Dockers are playing their last game in 10:15, and it is a must-win game to get through to the final series. So I need to go and watch that.
Somebody asked how is Virgo, so I can elaborate, enlighten people on that.
Please do.
Okay, currently she's moving into a house, or should pretty much be moved into a new house. As far as new being to her, it's a rental, because the last one she had was a rental, and she's still on oxygen. She will be on oxygen for a while. Her husband is still waiting for surgery on his heart. They have 4 of the dogs. They're still looking for little man. And the GoFundMe is still available for everybody because it hasn't reached its goal.
I did put that link up in Mr. Swindles, but I'll do it again. If you can just give me a second.
Thank you, Wonder Woman, for letting me know all this, because I've been turning around and trying to find out whatever I could, and it's been hectic even on my end to turn around and find out.
Right. If you ever want information and you can't find me, the people that are pretty much looking in on Virgo are Kimball's and Sean, SHAWN with a Z as his middle initial or last initial or something. Both of them are on Discord on the various servers.
That definitely
Yes, so,
helps now that I can turn around and find out what's going on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that update as well. I'm also
I
a little
miss
bit out
her.
of the loop.
She is so much fun.
Absolutely. So I've put the link up there for the GoFundMe. Please get into that and donate as much or as little as you can just to help reach that target. That will be great. IMA, is it Saturday or Monday in Australia? It is Sunday morning. Currently 9:49 a.m. on the western seaboard.
Currently 9:49 p.m. in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's why I sort of aim for the 8:39 o'clock slot. So it's kind of a good time for everybody, but with it being Saturday night, everybody's kind of getting into the live streams. So congratulations to Artie. He hit 5,000 subscribers. He's currently doing a live stream with quite a few people. So that was good. Now, what I wanted to show everybody was I found a comment. How do I do this?
Oh, happy birthday, Miss Tara. Her birthday is on the 30th.
On Friday, next weekend, or next Monday, I think. So I found this comment. Because I still check my comments. I don't think you can see that. How do I make this bigger? I can't remember.
I can barely make it out.
Yeah, I know. Can somebody tell me how to make the screen bigger, please?
If you, which browser are you using?
Chrome.
Okay, you should be able to go into the settings, and there should be something called Zoom.
Oh, hang on. What's this here? No, I got it. Okay. So this comment I found on the video I made.
Still can't see it. A little bit more.
Oh, a little bit more. Okay, how's that?
A little bit more.
Oh, can't do.
I'm wearing my glasses and I'm pretty close to it just to see, but I'm doing pretty good looking here.
Yeah, keep clicking and I'll tell you when. One more. No. Zooming it, I mean.
Oh.
Okay, perfect.
Oh yeah, perfect.
So this was on my the video I did quite a while ago. I can't remember how long ago I did this, but it's where I broke down the treaty, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. And comment here from or whatever, some stupid bay name, says it's all about due process and not being enslaved. Oh, I thought, But no one was enslaved by this treaty. It was all about trade, full stop. And that's what it was. All about trade. That's all it was. Chuck chase the facts.
They were trying to use things that are not part of it.
No, there was nothing. Look, and I reread it after I got that comment. I reread my treaty because I have my treaty always to hand. And I try to find enslavement. Anything to do with any kind of enslavement. Couldn't find a single thing. Read it again, sir. That's not what I said. The treaty clearly states that you cannot enslave a Moor. Understand the papal bulls gave the Christian powers the right to enslave Moors and strip them of everything. These treaties should have put a stop to that. So, again, I went back through the treaty, all 25 articles, and I cannot find anything in there about enslavement. So I'd just like to throw that. And as you can see, then I offered to debate, but guess what? No reply to that so far.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was quite a funny comment when I found it last week.
Need to ask you a question, Chuck.
Yes.
Has Devon ever threatened you?
Yeah,
like
indirectly.
Like the way he does with D-Gen and has done with Virgo.
Sort of indirectly. He's asked the Australian FBI to come and get me. He's asked Homeland Security to come and get me.
Oh, so no violent threats then?
No, not direct. He did ask on one of his streams people in Australia to find me and come and sort me out. But he doesn't know anybody in Australia, so that's never going to happen.
Right, I'll tell you afterwards exactly why I asked that.
Okay. All right. Also, is it true he's got another channel?
Yes. It's called Public Records, with a double S or something.
Yeah, okay. So I did a search on that because I thought that's what it was called, and I couldn't find it. So
let me give you, I can give you the link for it.
Please, that would be amazing. Who else is in here? Hello, Lud. Iowa Hawk. What's this? Check out True Sciences. Yes, please go check out True Sciences. Great channel. I don't watch enough. I don't watch as much as I should, but please go and check out True Sciences. Great channel. That's Sean, not Sean Z, the other Sean. That's his channel. Who else is here? Hello, Liz. Sitting porcupine. Good job it's not sitting on a porcupine.
Okay, I sent it to you on the StreamYard chat because I don't have the ability to put it in your chat.
Okay.
Because I don't have a wrench for that.
There it is. Perfect. Thank you very much. We shall open that in a new link. Why couldn't I find that? That's weird.
It's got a weird spelling to it.
I don't know, but I typed it in as that. Oh, God, he's still wearing the bloody... What's he done with his hair? What's going on there?
Yeah, he's looking like a little girl.
Oh, my God.
Kick's been doing a good job at trolling him. Because he also does this... he was on Instagram for a while.
Yes, I saw some streams from RPF.
Yeah, he's just downright dangerous.
Oh, gotcha.
He's decompensating.
I'd say he went beyond dangerous in most points.
What'd you say?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's an absolute idiot. What's this? Are these corporate fictions doing a good job exposing Moors and Van Balen too? Absolutely, they always do. If it makes you feel better, Chuck, I'll threaten to pie you when you make it to America. Oh, when I make it to America. Oh, my God. Don't even talk about it. Let's not go there. I'm vaccinated up. Had my second jab last Saturday, so I am Pfizered. So when we do open our borders eventually, God knows when, but when we do, I am hot to trot.
Be a while. Still got a lot of people to get covered before they can open it up. And the new
Yeah.
virus is not really helping matters any with the
No. This D strain, it's gone absolutely rampant over east. New South Wales, the whole of New South Wales state is in complete lockdown. That's something
Is
like
it deadly, this new variant?
it spreads quicker.
70% faster than what the original variant used to do, and it's attacking everybody.
Yeah.
It's also been able to jump in some cases the vaccine and turn around and hit people asymptomatic or otherwise. It's been pretty strong. The vaccines help. It cuts down on the time you have to be in the hospital, but it still gets you one way or another. They're still turning around trying to figure that out. They're going to run a new sequence when it comes down to the RNA to turn around and see what they can do about cracking the code to cut this one down.
Mm-hmm. But it's gone absolutely crazy over east. Touchwood, WA, we haven't had a case for a few months now. So
now, are you on lockdown where you're at, Chuck?
No. We haven't been locked
God bless.
down. We haven't been locked. We had a 3-day snap lockdown about, I think about 4 months ago. A couple of cases came in, and our premier just snap locked us down, and it all got sorted. And then, we were all good, and we've been good ever since. Our premier, Mark McGowan, he's been a bloody legend throughout all of this this COVID business. So no, very lucky here in WA.
I'm glad.
Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass everywhere, especially the traveling thing. So, Miss Tara says she's going to be 50 next week.
Wow, I'm going to be 55 this year.
I'm catching
an old
up.
lady.
I'm 47. I'm catching up.
You're not an old lady, trust me, because I'm 50 and I feel great.
I'm not. My back is like totally almost gone. I definitely have to get something done about it.
Yeah, back is very, very important. Hank, hello. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
So who are you decking now?
What's that?
Who are you decking now?
No one in particular.
Oh, well, I saw your deck behind you.
Yes. I'm
Or
always.
as they say, or as they say in New Zealand, gonna have a Barbie on the dick.
Mm-hmm.
So how you doing tonight, Hank?
I'm doing pretty good. Hit 200 subs yesterday.
Congratulations.
Good man.
So tomorrow noon Central Standard Time, I'll be having my 200 sub celebration.
Yeah, I
Good
subbed
man.
to you the other day.
I saw that. Thank you.
Hey, do you want to be completely shameless, as we do on this channel? And do you want to drop a link in the chat for your channel?
Sure. Just a second.
You're more than welcome.
Yeah, it'd be great because I've been trying to find his channel.
I hide in plain sight.
I know, but I feel like I'm in the woods, trying to do this with a stick against a tree, but I'm not getting too far. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just put it in the chat.
Good man.
I'm still waiting to get my new laptop. I just need to get. I've been approved for my disability for 2 years. They're only giving me 2 years, and I'm waiting for my lump sum to come in, and it hasn't. So I called the other day, and they escalated it to find out what's going on. So I can't wait to get that money. I need a new laptop.
Well, my lump sum check from the settlement I was waiting on was supposed to be 3 years worth of payments. They gave me less than 6. Or 3
6 months,
years.
I think.
Yeah, they gave me, instead of the 3 years, they gave me 6 months.
Well, with me, they approved me for the 2 years.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm fighting the fact when they're saying my disability was worthy of receiving the payments because they didn't have all the correct facts. They were going that I'd only tried one medication for the nerve pains, which had I had gone through this cycle of everything the VA had to treat nerve pain without any of them having a positive effect, and the only one left was I before I could start it. That's when I came down with the symptoms for congestive heart failure and started with that fun game.
Oh my God.
And they waited and they went um, until I was released from the hospital, and a couple of months later when I had further testing done and they gave a solid diagnosis to the congestive heart failure, and then took 6 more months off after that and then paid me out for that.
That's rotten. That's
Yep.
really rotten.
Yep.
I had to appeal so many times that it wasn't even funny.
Well, part of the problem for them not having all my treatments in order for their initial hearing was the law firm that I used. So they're doing my appeals at their cost, and hopefully it'll get through and I'll get the rest of the money.
See, I got lucky because my counseling center has a connection to a pro bono firm that does this. So I don't have any lawyer's fees to give.
Hank, Miss Tara says if you need some help, she can help you with it.
Oh, I got some interesting news. For anybody in New Jersey, the offices for unemployment, Department of Labor, will be reopening September 7th.
Yeah. I appreciate the offer for Miss. Is that Tara?
Yep.
Yeah. I think I got a pretty good grasp on what needs to be done, and the attorney's not going to put things over to the interns like that screwed it up. And at least with the claim being through at the point I can use assets that I had to maneuver under an LLC. It's sad that to get an insurance policy for your disability, you have to prove that not only that you can't work, but you don't have income, and they include interest off of investments that you plan on using for retirement.
Oh, okay.
Pretty screwed up world.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But I keep saying we're very lucky that we're in this country and you're in your country because we have indoor plumbing. We have medical doctors available to us.
Oh, yeah. I've been in
many countries.
Yeah, I've been in third world countries that the average home is a single room without indoor plumbing, without electricity. Hey, keeping it criminal.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be live with Artie.
Artie blew himself up.
Oh, okay.
trying to disarm a bomb. He blew himself up. So
Okay.
Interesting.
In that case.
So, did you guys hear that some crackpot built a bomb and drove to the Capitol in Washington, D.C.?
yes, well, supposedly that coffee can was packed with tannerite, which if it would have exploded from however he had it set up to trigger, he was claiming that it was if a certain decimal was reached in volume. So instead of decibel, he was saying decimals.
Well, yeah.
Um, and a bullet breaking the glass is not near as loud as him yelling at the police that he has a bomb. So if they use a subsonic round, it wouldn't have triggered it wouldn't have triggered any extra decibels.
Yeah. Now, tannerite. The guy was claiming that it would take out 2 city blocks. Can
No,
tannerite do that?
I have blown up 20 pounds of tannerite, which will not fit in a coffee can. And yeah, it makes a big boom and a big flash, but it's a very low grade explosive. It's less of an it's got less bang than straight gunpowder. It's a low enough grade explosive that you don't have to have any permits or anything to go buy it at the store. You can buy it at Academy Sports, for God's sake.
Now, do you did we ever find out if it was a real bomb or if he was just blowing smoke?
I don't know. They cut the feed before the end, and I really don't trust mass media on reporting things straight. So I'll wait for the full report to come out and read it.
Here she goes. It's out.
Let me just get rid of that. Sorry.
The only words that I heard about that whole thing is it wasn't even set up. He didn't have it ready to go or anything of that nature. It was just what he had for components. But that was all word from the media. It's unknown.
Hey, Kik, why don't you join us on the panel?
Yeah, I've dropped the link in there for him if he wants to. Excuse me.
Hey, Kik.
Come in.
Kik, do you have any idea?
Kik's been doing an awesome job trolling Devin. I'll tell
Yes.
you that much.
Yes, that was hilarious last night. But you wouldn't happen to know what the new dollar amount for the jump scare is, do you, Kik? So far, I know it's not 11, 12, or 15.
I'm willing to bet he put it up to 50 because he said he was gonna, up it all the way to 50.
I don't know. If he's gone all that way up, it's not worth the laugh for that. But
Yeah, no. But I guess that's the point.
But when I do find it out, I'll make sure I hit it at least once and then advertise.
I'm a bit lost. What are we talking
Jumps
about?
are 50, Hank. RD's Corporate Fiction has a jump scare where it plays some loud piece of music and it startles him. So he calls it a jump scare when you pay that certain amount.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, after his getting nailed at least 20 times in one show, he decided to up the rate.
Yeah, because literally they were hitting it. It was $10 on that chat, and they were hitting him up right, left, and center, like literally less than every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or we can all, those of us who like to hit the jump scare for him can all protest, and we only give him $2, if any.
He upped it to 50, and then he raised it again.
Oh, that dickhead.
Well, there goes that fun.
Yeah.
See, I don't get that issue because I don't get many super chats. So
Log is already practiced.
He got at least 200. If he was hit 20 times, that's $200 worth of jump scares.
Yeah, that's a lot of
So
money.
And there was quite a few of them that he cheated and watched and was expecting them, so it wasn't even a real jump scare.
Yeah. Now, what kind of law does Artie practice?
I am not positive, but I'm guessing it's probably corporate law type, probably contractual law. But
Yeah,
Kick would probably know.
I don't think I've ever asked that question.
I think I've heard people ask him that question, but I don't think I've ever heard him give a reply.
Oh.
Which, if he's keeping it close to his vest for whatever reason, more power to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when he deals with some jackasses like the Moors
Oh,
who
he
like to
said
play
family
dirty.
law.
Oh,
Little Dickens said that.
okay. All right.
Interesting.
Sounds about right for Artie's personality too.
So it sounds like he handles things like divorces, adoptions, things of that nature, wills.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right. I mean,
Yeah, that
once
would
you're
be about right.
once you're a lawyer, though, you're a lawyer, so you technically you can do anything. But obviously, people specialize in certain.
Yeah, just like doctors, they specialize.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to. If I was on trial for murder, I don't think I'd want somebody who specializes in contractual law for some strange reason. I think I'd rather go with an expert.
Yeah, they'll be making a contract with you for you for the state.
Yeah. It's just like if I need shoulder surgery, I'm not going to a pediatrician.
And definitely not a gynecologist.
Nope. Although,
if I stutter a little bit, please pardon me. One of my medications is not affecting me very well right now.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
It comes and it goes. I live
Yeah.
with it.
One of the tricks we used to use on our new medics when I was in the Army was we'd send them to the TMC or the Troop Medical Clinic to get fallopian tubes.
Like that.
And
oh my God.
Before I'd be pulling a prank, I'd call up to the TMC and make sure that either the lab or in the med supply section, a female was manning the desk, and I'd give her a heads up that we're sending another one looking for fallopian tubes, and they would play right into the prank.
Oh, that's good.
But that's like me doing that with somebody with car parts.
You send new troops in to get blinker fluid, the ignition key for the Humvee, which a Humvee does not have an ignition key.
Yep.
At least military vehicles, none of the military vehicles has an ignition key.
Construction, sending the apprentices out for a glass hammer.
Also getting a troop to check for soft spots on the armor. You get you give them a ball peen hammer and have them go tapping the armor, and when they get this different sound, they mark it with an X with chalk. I did that to one of my soldiers that she was a National Guard soldier that was in working with us, and she got to work on the first vehicle, and somebody came with a problem that I had to go take care of. I came back about an hour and a half later. 4 Bradleys are sitting there with white chalk X's all over the fucking Bradleys, and I haven't even gotten there to tell her to stop and let her in on the prank. The commander rolls up. And he gets out of his Humvee. Oh, I see you're checking for the soft spots. You seem to have found quite a few.
Nice.
Good man. Good man.
He
had to talk with me later, but it was all good.
Do you think the Navy still does the crossing the equator routine?
I think the Navy does, yes. we'd also give them a trash can, a trash bag liner, and have them go get an exhaust sample.
Oh my God, you are hysterical.
Getting on
The
top of the
oldest
tank.
pick and the best ones still go.
Well, when I came active duty, I'd already been in the National Guard for 4 years, almost 5 years. Um, my and I spent a lot of that time activated, so I had a lot of experience that a new soldier shouldn't have. But my squad leader sent me after a box of grid squares. Uh,
Oh my.
I knew the joke, so I went back to my room. I got one of my old maps, took an X-Acto knife, and cut out a couple dozen of the grid squares. I put them in this cardboard box. My book of checks came in, and I took a Sharpie and wrote um, square, comma, grid, one each, or made it look just like the nomenclature. Gave it an NSN and everything. Well, I put that box by the door, and I laid down and took a nap for about 2 hours. When I got up from my nap, I tightened up my bunk, grabbed the box, reported back to my squad leader. Oh, I had to go all over post for these, and I think I got the last box on post, but here's your grid squares. He opens them up. He's looking at the box all confused as fuck. He's about to chew. He's about to chew into my ass, and the platoon sergeant that was over here and keep. You could see that he's trying his best not to laugh his ass off at the NCO. But as soon as he's about to chew into my ass, he says, "Well, you asked him for grid squares. He brought you back grid squares. He won this round."
Absolutely.
Absolutely
So
golden.
cool.
That's
I pulled
classic.
a joke on
That's
my
good.
I pulled a joke on my friends one time. I was madly crazy in love with my first boyfriend. He not so much with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided that I was going to play a joke on one of my friends. We go out to a diner. I had a set of earrings at the time that were just simple gold hoops, and
Mm-hmm.
that looked like a wedding band.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the earrings off and I put one of them on my finger, and I go, he proposed. And I started describing exactly what I wanted my wedding to be and everything. And this was in a diner. And then
Uh-huh.
the women in the booth behind us, this was totally unexpected. They heard
Mm-hmm.
me describing everything and they thought I was serious and they got involved in the conversation. They were congratulating me and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was a priceless moment. And he
Come
bought
on,
it
buddy.
hook, line, and sinker, my friend. Just too perfect, those women volunteering themselves like that.
Yeah. Well, when I proposed to my wife, we had watched a video uh, a couple nights before I was proposed. I already knew I was proposing for, but in the movie they had the putting the wedding or the engagement ring in a glass of champagne, and I could tell she really liked that idea. I dropped hints that the letter that I was going to be asking her something important and whatnot, letting her believe that that dinner was going to be the proposal. So when I ordered champagne, she's really cautious on not go on not that she didn't swallow the ring or whatnot. Then when dessert came, she was real careful about the forking around in the dessert to see that it wasn't placed in
Dessert.
her. Yeah, you got her. Um, by the time we're leaving, she's frustrated because I was supposed to be asking her something important. On the way back to the car, I said, "Excuse me," and I went down to tie my shoe, and then popped out with the ring.
Oh, good man.
Oh, wow.
And if I would have waited in much longer, it probably would have been dangerous to propose at her at that point, because she had a really mean streak of a temper when she wanted to.
Yeah, ex Mrs. Chuck, she was a little bit gullible, and I proposed on the London Eye, and I had booked what
That's
they
that
call a
big Ferris wheel, isn't it?
yeah, down
Okay.
on the side of the Thames, and anybody can go on. You can just rock up, buy a ticket, and get on. So, but what I'd done is I booked what they call a champagne flight, because they call it a flight for some reason, and that's a bottle of champagne with a tour guide, and as you go up and around and you see more of London, then he explains different sites and history and things like that. So that was cool. So I booked that, and it turns out I was lucky enough that I was the only one who booked a slot at that time. So there was only two of us. There was just me and her and the guide. So that was quite handy. But so I had to go in. I did it on the phone on the way down to London, and so I said, "Oh, look, I don't know if we can get on. You got to book so far in advance." And she's like, "Oh no, I really want to go." And I said, "Yeah. I said, "Look, let me go in and sweet talk the receptionist, see if we can get us on and all this." Anyway, so got on. She goes, "Oh yeah, Mr. Chuck, yeah, we've got you. You're good to go. You're the only people on there." And so we got on. I came running out all excited. I said, "Oh, babe, I've got us in. We're good to go." She's, "Oh yeah." So we get into the I can't remember what they call it now. It's
The London Eye?
Yeah, no, they call each pod. That was it, pod. So we get into the pod, and then this guy walks in with a wicker basket, and she's a little bit confused at first, and then the penny eventually dropped when he took the champagne and goes, "Oh, Mr. Chuck, hello, blah blah blah," and she went, "You bastard!" She says, "You've organised all this, haven't you?" I said, "Yes, darling." And then it was December. It was December the 15th, to be absolute precise, 2:00. And as the pod went round and came up to the 180 degrees, so bear in mind it was December. It was a crystal clear day. We could see for miles. This is in the middle of winter, and so we got champagne, and the guy's talking. And I says, "God, this is perfect, isn't it, love?" And she went, "Yeah." I says, "Couldn't get any more perfect, could it?" And she went, "Oh, I don't think so." And then I just whipped around, dropped on one knee, and proposed. And in the pod next to us, coming up, was a bunch of like Japanese, Chinese tourists, and they'd seen me drop to my knee, and she said yes and everything. And the bloke went, "I think you've got a few admirers," and all these people were taking pictures from the next pod because they'd seen me propose. So yeah,
she's such a sweet story.
Yeah. So she's incredibly intelligent, is ex Mrs. Chuck, incredibly, but common sense, she was a bit down in the queue when that was handed out.
I just got an announcement from my cable company. The tropical storm has turned into a hurricane, and we've been given a hurricane alert.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so it may hit tonight or tomorrow.
How close to the coast are you?
Not very, but I'm close because I'm close to George Washington Bridge.
Okay.
Which is New Jersey into New York.
I'm aware.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. I sometimes say things and don't know where somebody is.
Yeah. I went to New York a few times, and I'm aware of that bridge.
Yeah, I'm just hoping this doesn't turn into another Superstorm Sandy, because that was.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Because I'm
Uh,
getting alerts left, right, and center because I'm signed up with my police departments, for Amber Alerts and such. And they're sending out flash flood warnings.
well, I'm hoping folks are a little bit more prepared this time, just in case, because with everything going on, a lot more people have stocked up food and water to get by extra time. So,
Yeah. When Superstorm Sandy hit, I was living in an apartment building, and we all went out on the. We had no power at that point. We went out on the terrace, which is like outside of the lobby, and we're
uh-huh.
standing there and watching the storm like crazy. And then a big tree, just goes down in front of the apartment. But we got lucky; it went across the road because if it had fallen toward the building, we'd all have been dead. So, lesson number one: don't go out to look at a storm.
No, that's definitely not a good thing to do. Let's just go quickly back through the chat. Denise says, have you been able to keep up with Jamal and his merry band of moops? I haven't actually, unfortunately. So someone could probably update me on that. She also, oh, sorry, go on.
Got an update on that last night. Kick trolled the hell out of him. If you can go watch Road Pirate Films last night's Devon, it's well worth taking the time to go watch it.
You broke
Okay.
up.
Oh, sorry.
You broke up.
But-
We didn't get what you were saying.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, you were fine.
Okay. But Kick trolled the hell out of him and gave him a phrase in Spanish to use that I believe the translation is proclaiming his homosexuality.
I
But
love
it's
that.
supposed-
I was watching it live when it happened.
Yeah. Kick's still here. Maybe he can explain better what he.
Oh, Kit, you should be up on the panel with us.
So forgive me for being a little bit distracted to my left. I've got the game up live, so I'm watching. So I am listening, but I do need to watch this game.
Oh, that was Devin. Not
Yeah,
Jamal.
so
So
that's
Fall of the
Devin.
Moors, they're still in jail. Their lawsuits failed, as we knew they would, because they're BS. They were trying to get transferred to federal court because of their maritime nonsense, and the court said,
Hey.
So they're still in jail. And
Oh, there we go. My headphones weren't on. That's why I couldn't hear anything.
Oh,
they
Good
were
evening,
granted
Kick.
a
Welcome
delay for
along.
the prosecutor.
Yeah, good evening. The last I heard about Jamal and the Rise of the Moors is that their civil suit was dropped, and I think Artie covered that not too long ago.
yes, in the same stream that I got the Jump Fest out of.
Yep. And yeah, as far as last night, I somehow conned Devon into thinking I was from Laos, and that I was pretending to be a Moorish national from Florida, and I gave him a phrase in Spanish that was technically wrong, but either way, getting him to say that he was proclaiming his homosexuality after he went on his LGBT rant was beautiful. So I told him the next time that he goes to the DMV, he needs to scream it loud and proud as he opens the doors, because that's the only way that they will acknowledge that he is Al-Moroccan.
Could you imagine if he actually did that? Oh my God.
I'm waiting with bated breath for his next video of his DMV travels.
Oh, me too. He was on today, and he was saying something on one of his streams about Taj Sharif Bey. What he was saying, I don't know, because I was on the Marvel Girl chat.
I will have to take some time and catch myself up on all his shenanigans. All right, what else have we got here? Sean Z, give me the criminal and Jamal. So there's a link here for a Jamal update. So
Yeah, Sean put a link in your chat for all the information on the Fall of the Morons.
Oh yeah,
that's on
Sean.
screen.
so sorry about that. I should have made mention. Sean has been updating a lot on that stuff. I'm getting back into the swing of things after being on vacation. Apologies, I should have made mention.
I'd
No,
like
that's
to
all
get
good.
my hands on the case papers for the civil suits, as well as their attempt to get into federal courts. I think might have that, but I'd love to see the civil suit papers.
I think all of that would be very interesting to see what sort of language it's written in, what sort of terminology they're using. Bloody, Thompson
Do you
versus
suppose the
Smith,
papers
etc.,
are done in
etc.
that red ink and with the thumbprint and everything?
Yeah, there'll be all of that. All of that will be in there, so it would make interesting reading.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So where did you go on vacation, Kit?
It was more of a staycation. We went about 35 or 40 miles away from the house, got a hotel room, and took the kids out to go and see some museums. And it was just an absolute blast.
Nice, good.
What type of museums, if you don't mind me asking?
There was the Natural History Museum that we stopped at. The kids
Nice.
absolutely loved the prehistoric exhibit and the renewable energy exhibit. Then we went to a children's experience center, so kind of like a children's museum, but we got to learn about a culture of the freed African slaves who lived along the coast in Texas that adapted a lot of Cajun or Creole type of lifestyles after their freedom. And then on the last day, we went to a train museum, which was real cool. So
That sounds like a bit of a good holiday, to be honest. Especially educating kids, because you're actually getting tactile with them instead of them learning in a classroom. So,
Do they still have discovery zones in the major cities?
you mean, what do you mean, like a discovery zone, like a hands-on type?
It was a place to take kids. It's kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese, but instead of just being arcade games, it was all knowledge. Fun way to get them interested in science.
Yeah, a lot of them. A lot of the big cities still have what they call children's museums, which are all tactile. And so this one in particular, they had like a grocery store and a bank. They had one dedicated to criminal justice, one dedicated to how cities work and how they vote on things in committees, and a veterinarian's office, a car dealership. And it just
That
gave
sounds
them the
good.
opportunity
that
to look
sounds
into
really
a
good.
whole bunch of different jobs and stuff.
My grade school years, we used to do a bunch of trips to the Museum of Natural History in New York City. I loved it every single time. It was just amazing. We would also
Yeah.
go to the Hayden Planetarium, which is, attached, and that was amazing too.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to cool down a little bit more, but then I want to let my inner kid out and go to the zoo.
We have a small zoo 5 minutes from me.
Well, I could go up to Dallas or down to San Antonio for bigger zoos, but up in Waco, there's a smaller zoo called Cameron Park Zoo that I really enjoy.
Yeah, I'm also within driving distance of the Bronx Zoo, which is nice, but I haven't been there in years. I used to love when they had a series on Animal Planet, which was phenomenal.
Yeah, I love the animal shows. Um,
Yeah, I'd much rather watch Discovery Channel and History Channel than these stupid, crazy reality TV shows.
the unreality shows.
Yeah, very much unreality.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Survivor, and those gladiator competitions and the Great Race. Give me a break. And Big Brother?
Yeah, Big Brother's a waste of time.
Well, when I was a kid, I loved watching American Gladiator. But
Well, it was something new then, wasn't it? Are you talking back
Yeah.
in the 90s or whatever it was?
Late 80s.
Early to mid
Late
80s.
80s. Yeah.
Early to mid 80s.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched the reruns on that. It was amusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it was something new. It was different, completely different, and I think that got a lot of ratings, sort of back in the day. But nowadays, it's all pretty much the same. It's the same thing, just on a different.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, one of those type shows that I really enjoyed that I saw a year or two ago, Top Dog. It was running an obstacle course designed around police dogs.
Oh yeah, I wanted to watch that, but I couldn't find when it was on by me.
Yeah. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube somewhere, but I enjoyed it. I don't know if they did a second season or not, but I know with the advent of the cops becoming the problem with society, according to the controllers of mass media, now we can't watch cops or
yeah, didn't they stop producing? Oh God, what's it called? PD Live or Live PD?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
You can't even find it online. They took it completely down.
Which completely blows.
I loved watching that show.
Yeah, because it showed the full interaction. It wasn't pulling punches on if an officer did something not right, they would call them for their stupidity in the studio.
And there was one woman that a female officer that pulled over an old, well, not an old, but a middle-aged woman in a house coat that was driving. She was pulling the sovereign citizen crap.
Yeah, so obviously, as we've said before, the world has just got, completely politically, overly politically correct. We were talking on Mr Swindle's channel. We touched on briefly about, is it the Cleveland Indians or something? It's now just called Cleveland or something.
Cleveland
Indians.
The
now they changed the name.
Yeah,
they're
changed
the
it to
Cleveland Guardians, which they're complaining about that for whatever reason.
And the Washington Redskins are just Washington.
And why they're wanting the Texas Rangers to change their name.
Really?
I think Walker would have a problem with that one.
Well, I'm sorry, but don't go back and screw with the history of the Texas Rangers. I mean, come on now. They're a shining example of positive law enforcement.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I said, PC it's gone too far these days, way too far. We have some suites over here called Redskins, and they've had to change their name to I can't remember what they call them now, but that's chocolate in Australia. They've had to change it from Redskins because of what?
Why would Redskins be affecting Australia?
Well,
I know you have Aboriginals, but they're not, typically a red skin. They're dark.
Why do you have Australian auditors out there proclaiming their First and Fifth Amendment rights?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see where you went.
Yeah.
I love that.
Didn't you just do a video on that, Kick?
I think he's got some child issues at the moment. But that's something that I should really sort of, when I can find the time, something I should get into is our Australian auditor friends, because they are stupid. They just
Have you the Antediluvium Files? Have you watched their show at all?
no, can't say I have.
He's an Australian. He and his co-host, the Brad is the host with his co-host Evil Terry.
What's the premise of it?
Uh, they just have a good chat and discussing. It seemed like just discussing matters of the day.
Okay.
I saw a video the other day of these Sovsits in Edinburgh, Scotland, and there were like 10 of them, and they were saying that they were taking over the palace or the big house or whatever it was, and there was only like 10 of them.
Yeah.
They said you consider yourself under siege. There's only 10 of them.
Yeah, not exactly a Washington invasion, eh?
Yeah, no.
For some reason, the Scottish kind of, oh Jesus, they're quite into the soft-sit movement. Part of the issue with Scotland is that they've now become, I mean, they're their own country anyway, but they've now got their own parliament, so they've sort of split away from. They're still part of the United Kingdom, but they broke away from that union as such, and they've got their own parliament now, and they've got their own, it's their own country, if you know what I mean. But they now guide themselves from Edinburgh as opposed to being guided from London. And the same with Wales as well. Wales has done the same, got their own, I suppose government is the word I'm looking for. So, with the Scottish, they're really into the sovereign citizen movement. I think it's predominantly because of that, because they believe they should not be part of under England. So that's why the Scottish are quite into it.
Well, that's kind of like what happened in Ireland. They, were at war with things, so they didn't like being part of England, and it's settled now.
Yeah. So that's the Republic of Ireland. So that's like Southern Ireland. They're not part of the Commonwealth at all. They don't recognise the royal family, and he's predominantly Catholic. I think Southern Ireland is, whereas Northern Ireland's predominantly Protestant.
Yeah, that was the part of the butting of heads. It was religion and the England ruling was.
Yeah. No, they don't like it. They don't like it.
Hey, yo, I've got to run. I got a whole bunch of shit to deal with here at the house, but I'll keep listening in the background. Thanks for inviting me up.
Take care, Kevin.
No, that's no problem. Thanks for coming up.
Have a good one, Kick.
And I am also, because this game is getting a bit, it's getting a bit tetchy. So I am going to call time on this live stream as well.
Okay.
I would like to thank everybody that's come on the panel. Thank you for Kick for popping up there. Wonder Woman, thank you very much for jumping in. Spirit, thank you for making your debut, as they say.
Again, finally.
And Hank, of course, thank you very much for coming up and having a chat with me.
Appreciate you having me up. And if you find yourself awake in about 14 hours, come on over and say howdy to me on mine.
I will definitely make an attempt. I have now subscribed, and I think you will find that your subscribers has gone up quite a bit, because a lot of people are saying that they have now subscribed. So You should
Yeah.
see your numbers change a little bit. Thank you to everybody in the chat. A lot of regular faces, regular names. Thank you so much. Paracord, the Hornet, Lud, Denise, Beverly, Pat. Who else was here? Oh, Miss Tara, and Sean Z. Don't forget to check out. Sean's done the update there, so make sure you go and check that out. And that is it. Thank you so
Chuck,
much.
can you
again.
hang out can I talk to you on StreamYard after everybody else signs off?
Yeah, once I end the broadcast, everyone will drop out, and then we can just chat over that.
Okay, perfect.
All right, everyone, thank you very much. I'm not sure what's going to happen next week. Obviously, that's 7 days away, but maybe we could do another live stream, try and get somebody, get some guests on. But other than that, please have a great rest of the weekend. Take care. Anybody in the eye of this storm or hurricane that's coming, please take care. Make sure you're prepared. Look after your pets, and please stay safe. Until next
it's sitting
time.
at a Cat 1 right now. Just FYI on that storm, it's sitting at a Cat 1. And
Okay.
it is still moving kind of in a northwest, but it could shift track. So eyes on the prize, people. It looks like she's already strengthening up. And it don't look like it's going to get better.
All right. So definitely, everyone, please take care. And until I see you on the next one, good day.
Great.
Bye,
You have a
everyone.
great one, all.